Yerp, you don't get the full excitement. Welcome to the Five Reasons Sports Postgame Show, aka the Post Up. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my man Simba, my guy Ariel Atias, my guy Brian, my guy Gad, and the First Lady of Five Reasons Sports, Alana Tahauer. How are you guys doing today?
About as good as you.
Thank you. So Miami got worked tonight, and they end up losing 124-112 to the Memphis Grizzlies in a game that essentially boiled down to two things for me. The first quarter by Jonas Valanciunas, and the third quarter by the Dylan Brooks. Okay, you have to put a "the" in front of his name when he has a game like that. So you got to start with my guy Simba. I like your name, the best of all on here. So we're going to start with you. Simba, how did you feel about the game tonight? Look at Jay, don't you come here with your shit. Talk about the post-game panic squad. I don't want to hear your mouth tonight. But go ahead, Simba.
I think it's pretty – we just look like shit, right? Like, I think that's what it looked like. It looked like somebody took a shit in everybody's shoes, and then we played with shit in our shoes because we looked slow the whole time. We couldn't stay in front of anybody, like not even Grayson Allen. And Grayson Allen has white hair growing on the side of his of his face, all right? We couldn't stay in front of him. We looked like – I mean, offense was, what's the problem? It was defense. We just looked like crap all night, and it was super infuriating. We couldn't get a rebound to save our life. Even when we blocked shots, they would get it and then just like throw it in there. It was pathetic. It was a bad game, man, all around. It was just bad.
Yeah, so you talked a little bit about the rebound. Like, we got out-rebounded by 6, but it felt like they were out-rebounding us by 30 the entire game. It seemed like every loose rebound, they got to it before we did. They just played with more heart than we did tonight, except for in spurts. Brian, my guy, excuse me, where were you on tonight's game?
You know what? I was feeling good, but as the game waned on, it just looked really bad, man. I mean, the Heat got killed from that corner three. You would usually have like Tyler or Duncan, doubling the ball handler, which would lead or try to, and then they would kick it out to the corner for an open three, and that just kind of killed them all night long. And I think it was the third quarter. I checked, the Heat were, it was like 23-40 in the Heat's favor in terms of points in the paint. And then the Dylan Brooks experience happened. And somehow it ended up 52-54. So the Heat just got obliterated inside. And it looked bad. This is not the defense that we've seen all season. And that's kind of where the game was at.
I with you 100%. Alana?
Yeah, I mean, obviously defensively, we didn't play Miami Heat defense. I don't know what happened. It's like we were a step behind every single possession. And I hate to say it, but I'm just going to say it before anyone else does. Goran did not have his greatest game.
He looked old.
Yeah, he did not look great out there. Is Nunn still hurt, or are we just not?
We don't know.
All speculation at this point.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
I mean, I was just waiting for that sub to come out over and over again. And I will take some of the credit for this loss because I had someone text me early in the first quarter saying, we're going to get stomped by JV. And then the next text from this person said, you guys don't have your best player on the floor, which was Kendrick Nunn. He never came in. So I feel like someone in my circle jinxed this game. But yeah, I mean, offensively, it was like fine, but defensively, we just didn't play any.
Yeah, I think they were shooting at one point like 60% from the floor. So that speaks to the lack of defense that we show after a pretty good stretch of games where the defense looked like we had talked about the defense possibly being on its way to becoming elite. And that just kind of all went out the window tonight. Somebody said Dedman to the rescue. Yeah, right. Ariel, where were you on tonight's game?
Well, I mean, man, I thought that, what I feel like is a little bit discouraging about this game, and I'm going to try to not overreact here, but the Heat's defense is perimeter oriented, and it's supposed to pride itself on being able to stay in front of ball handlers and keeping the ball out of the paint. And what happened repeatedly tonight was guys got into the paint, and then they were, got to give credit to the Grizzlies. They were finding open shooters and moving the ball around. They look like the 2014 Spurs out there, which, I mean, it's just like, what are you going to do? So if I'm the Heat, I don't know if I switch out with Bam every single time. The Grizzlies knew that Bam was going to switch on the perimeter, so they involved him in every screen and roll, every single offensive action. He switches out onto the perimeter, and then what do the Grizzlies do? They go inside. Jonas Valanciunas killed them in the first quarter because they were getting the ball inside and they were vulnerable as a result of Bam switching out as much as he was. It's not Bam's fault. The reality is the guards couldn't stay in front of anybody. And, the Grizzlies just found the weak spots in the defense, and it resulted in, open shots over and over and over. And then, like Brian said, of course, Dylan effing Brooks went ballistic in the third quarter. What's crazy is the Heat didn't even play poorly offensively. They scored 112 points. They shot 54% from the field and 41% from three. They played well enough offensively to win. If their defense had been on par and had been playing the way that they have been recently, this is a win, man. So it's somewhat discouraging from that perspective. I would expect them to correct the holes in the defense. The guards should be better and it's staying in front of guys on the perimeter, and I think they'll be fine, but it's just an annoying loss. This is one of the ones you have to get.
Yeah, so I to your point about the defense, like tonight was the first time that we sat in the zone like that I can actively remember since we've gotten Victor Oladipo. Like we haven't been playing much zone, and we sat in the zone and they repeatedly killed it. To them finding open shooters, we were trapping the ball, and it seemed like they were making the right pass every single time and finding the person that was open. Gad, bro, before your internet goes out, where were you on tonight's game?
Honestly, I think it might have already gone out.
Oh, bro! For one, your mouth didn't move at all when you said that.
It's been going in and out the entire time that I've been here. So,
man, this is creepy. But we can hear you. We can hear you clearly, Gab.
I'm moving. Oh, here we go. I can see myself move. Listen, I thought, after 2 days, we had 2 days rest going into this game. Like we had practice, everything. All the signs were pointing to this being a win for the Heat. So in classic Heat fashion, they completely fuck it up. And I think the scheme for this game was just stupid. It was really just stupid because you look at the Grizzlies team, who they have tonight. Like it was John Morant, Dylan Brooks, fucking Desmond Bane, Grayson Allen, and then Jonas Valanciunas. Like Jonas Valanciunas is probably their most efficient player. He's good when he gets the ball inside. He can kind of bully regardless of whoever's in front of him. And I mean, Dylan Brooks, to put in perspective, like what you want to do against players like Dylan Brooks, Ja, and whatever is you want to make them try to pull up, take away the three, and take away the rim attempts. So just kind of get them stuck in no man's land and make them pull up. Dylan Brooks is a 27% pull-up three-point shooter, and I think he's a 41% kind of like mid-range. So he's okay in the mid-range, but like you live with that shit. I don't know what the hell the scheme was tonight. Like normally you go into a game planning to take away something. We took away absolutely nothing. It was frustrating to watch because they were getting whatever they wanted. And then our guards or our wings, who are supposed to be defensive wings, like they got cooked. Like I love Jimmy. He was getting killed by Dylan Brooks in the third quarter. Victor Oladipo couldn't stop anybody off the dribble. Trevor Ariza was, there was possessions where he was kind of just walking, trying to chase behind Ja. It was just frustrating. And like Ariel said, the switching was also a problem. But like I'm not going to take away too much from this. I think it was just a bad game all around. But I think Spo deserves some of the blame once again. Like, this was not a well-coached team tonight.
Yeah, so I want to shout out my guy, Sup. Yes, Royal is drinking that good to relieve the stress. I'm drinking that good Biscayne Bay Brewing, the primary sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. The boy paying bills in the middle of the show so I can end this shit whenever I'm ready. Thank you, D, for the $2 dono. He said, why so much switching? Nobody knows, bro. Like, we don't even know. So, bro, I'm really not in the mood for this team tonight. Just being honest, like if y'all couldn't tell by my demeanor, I'm really not the happiest person with the Miami Heat at this moment. So you know what I mean? I'm doing this for y'all. So Simba, you can pick any player that you want to talk about from either team and talk about their game tonight. And everybody's going to get a chance to do this. Don't pick the same player. You guys know the rules. Read the dono. Your mic is muted too.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Read the dono first.
All right, Alex V, thank you for the dono. All Trevor did tonight was get a good night of cardio.
Shout out to the boy Gad.
I don't even think he did that good.
No, like I don't even think he was trying that hard. He didn't lose. He didn't burn any calories.
I don't think he lost any.
Like a light jog.
Yeah, he looked pretty slow out there. Let's see. Person I'm going to talk about is I don't know, man. You put me on the spot. I'm going to talk about Jimmy because
You're
because
muted.
and then he stopped talking all the time. No, Simba, keep moving your mouth, and I'll talk about Jimmy for you.
My bad.
So, go ahead. You're back now. Go ahead.
All right, Jimmy Buckets was fucking awesome. That's all I got. I don't know, man. Everybody looked like shit except Jimmy. Fucking hit a 3, great, awesome, happy for him. But I don't know, man. Like it's just gonna take more than Jimmy at this point. Like we need to see other people step up. Duncan Robinson can't hit a fucking open wide ass 3 to save his life. Like if his girlfriend from FSU was about to catch on fire and he had to hit a 3-point shot, like she would die. Like I'm just letting her know right now. You're fucked, bitch. Like you're done.
Somebody said we're sleeping on Dedmon. He's not even here yet. What are you talking about?
If they need Dedmon to come in and actually do anything meaningful, they're fucked already.
That is very much true. But Simba, I don't agree with you that Jimmy was the only person who had a good game. Bam had a triple-double. Like I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I mean he did good,
but nice.
But I just hate the thing with like the switching all the time. Like sometimes there's just needless switching, and he kind of just puts everybody else in a bad position. That's my only thing with him.
Yeah, read the dono, then pick a player and talk about him. Gat, read the dono, pick a player, and then talk about him.
Oh, I'm muted. My bad. I was muted. Okay.
Today is not our best night.
And we can't tell because his mouth is not moving.
No, I'm here. I'm moving. Am I moving?
Yeah, you're moving now.
Good. It's like a slight delay, I think.
Today's our worst night.
Anyways, thank you.
The Heat
Ronell.
rubbed out on us.
You
We look like the Heat tonight.
All the switching we did was in their favor. They didn't even have to look for a mismatch. The Heat created it for them. Yeah, this is a problem that we've been having a lot. Like Valanciunas could have gone for 30 points in the first quarter if he really wanted to. And that's just kind of the night that we had. And my Wi-Fi is already giving out while I'm talking. I was frustrated. I'll defer my talking about a player and whatever until later, but I read the donation. So, Brian, go ahead.
I'll talk about Bam because he was a bright spot other than the switching and letting Valanciunas destroy whoever.
Wait a minute, Gat. How do you start hosting with terrible internet? You just deferred your chance.
No, you said it was my time to shine, and then I deferred to Brian. I'll come back later.
Fair enough. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and
let Brian speak. Hashtag let Brian speak.
Yeah, that is a big thing now. Let Brian.
Basically, like when Duncan has a wide open 3, but then he decides to shoot it, like pass it to Jimmy.
You know what? Duncan hit some contested 3s, so I'll give him a pass for those missed ones.
So Brian, read the dono. Brian, read the dono from Brian, and then you go ahead and you make your point.
All right, from Brian Drake, $5. That's a great name. It's just spelled wrong. I swear I heard Brooks yell game blouses. Probably. I don't know. Oh, we got another dono. Should we be concerned from Poetic Lifestyle? Should we be concerned each time we play a team with the big? Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't looked too great. But at the same time, like, I don't know. They're probably, at least in the long term, I'm not super worried that a big like Jonas Valanciunas is going to be a difference in like a playoff series or whatever. I mean, he's not in the East, but yeah. So Bam, he had a good game. You know, when you have a triple double, I can't really complain. You know, it looked like he was being kind of aggressive or more aggressive with his offense, at least to start the game. It's just that, you know, he is the only guy on the team who can reliably defend Jonas Valanciunas or protect the paint. And if he's not in there, then, you know, you got Bupkis. So, yeah, but overall, you know, like I said, you can't complain about 18, 10, and 10. So shout out Bam.
Alana, read the dono, and I'm not going to let you choose your player. You get to talk about Tyler tonight. I'm sorry that I have to do this to you, but I want you to talk about Tyler. So please read the dono.
Rules are different for me, apparently. Okay.
Absolutely. Don't worry. As a result, I'll let you choose the next topic.
Great. From our very own Adam Barai. Post-game crew needs some more love. Keep it up, everyone. 2 exclamation points. Thank you very much. Listen, Tyler's looking better and better. Clearly, whatever was going on in his head. You want me to talk about Tyler? You're not gonna shake your head at me while I talk about Tyler.
I didn't say
That's
anything.
what you're not gonna do.
I didn't say nothing, but God, you started off terribly.
No, he's playing better. He's been progressing over the last 2 games. Clearly, whatever was going on with him during, and before the trade deadline, he's shaking it off. He had 19 tonight. Are there still moments where he needs to get his basketball IQ up a little bit? Yes. He still also hesitates here and there when he shouldn't, but so does Duncan. I feel like overall he's doing better. What I was gonna address though, before you put that topic on me, and I see it a lot in the comments, I also have to agree. I've been questioning Spo a little bit, and I've been doing this for seasons. I don't hate Duncan. Thank you. Spo's decision making tonight, I feel like we need to talk about that because I don't understand. Like, where is Kendrick Nunn, first and foremost? And some of his rotations, I've been saying this for years. It's not just this season. I don't know.
So that's fair enough. We'll address Spo immediately after we let Ariel talk about his dude, because I think that's an excellent point and an excellent question. Spo deserves a big chunk of the blame for tonight's loss. So, Ariel, you pick a player too. I only gave Alana Tyler because I thought she would do right by the show, and she did not.
You thought I was going to say he was doing it poorly? You should have known better than that.
I thought you were going to say that out of those 19 points, 13 of them were scored in the first quarter, and the rest of the game, he looked like dog shit. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Damn, that's literally the first half of what I was gonna say before I actually give my players. Damn, you took away half of my take. No, really though. I was just gonna say that, you know, Tyler, while the box score looks good and the 19 on 7 of 10 and all that looks great, and he was really good in the first quarter, the whole entire rest of the game was him getting barbecued and locked up by Desmond Bane and committing turnovers and trying to do a little bit too much with the ball. So I'm a little bit concerned with that, but I digress. My guys are actually going to be 3 dudes. I'm going to go with Jonas Valanciunas, Kyle Anderson, and Dylan Brooks, because the 3 of them went a combined 24 of 36 from the field. They absolutely killed the Heat. I actually want to go back to what Gad said, I think, on Jimmy getting killed by Dylan Brooks. I kind of thought that Jimmy probably did the best out of anybody on Dylan Brooks. Not that he did particularly well. Dylan Brooks was able to shake free based on a lot of off-ball action that the Grizzlies were running to, free him up. And Jimmy just ended up, getting caught on screens or was behind the play for whatever reason. I'm not ready to go in on Spo. I'm not ready to go in on the Heat. My main thing is, I think if Dylan Brooks plays like he normally plays, if he just has a regular game and doesn't hit like 5 contested threes and a bunch of insane shots, the Heat might win this game. Like, they played well enough, at least on offense, to very much be in this game. If Dylan Brooks just has a regular night, this very well might be a different story. So I'm not ready to burn it down.
How many times this season have we said that? Like, there's always one guy.
Way too many times. I'm with you.
It seems to be the story of the team.
Absolutely.
But also, Dylan Brooks isn't a surprise. Like, he does this shit throughout the year. Maybe not 23 and a quarter, granted. But, like, he'll have 20-point games here and there. Like,
that's fair.
He averages 16, yeah.
And Dylan Brooks is probably, their second best offensive player outside of Ja. Maybe Jonas, but Dylan Brooks with the ball in his hand is probably their second best offensive player. You had 2 days to prepare for this game, Spo. Like, how are you just going to let this dude walk in when your strength is supposed to be, like, wing defense and just absolutely give you the work?
But if their strength is wing defense, then wouldn't a switching scheme be the ideal scheme to play, because you have guys across the court, 4 out of the 5 guys that are usually on the court at the very least in the starting 5. Right, sure.
Drop.
But you don't have a much better
sag off a little bit, and
Jonas
make them hit those weird shots in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, Jonas is still going to give Bam problems in the post, though. The reason Bam is switching out so much is because the guards are getting into the paint every single time. So you kind of need to switch to give yourself a chance to stay in front of them if the guys who are guarding the point of attack can't stay in front of guards.
Yeah, Simba, I want you to jump in here, bro, and talk about Spo's game tonight, because I think everybody's making a good point that he deserves his fair share of blame. So I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to let Brian go, and then I'm going to let Alana kind of close us out on the Spo topic since she's the one who brought it up. So go ahead, Simba.
So how did we come out in the third with like the weirdest technical that a 5-point swing, right? That's pretty much how our third quarters have been. And like, to Alana's point, our third quarters have sucked for years now. And it can't just be the players. It's got to be more than that. It's what's always the constant, it's the Spo's the constant. And then look at that timeout that we came out of, and we had a shot clock violation. That's Spo coming out of timeout the whole time. I don't know what he does the whole time. He's just like bitching the whole time to the ref about the same thing.
I don't know what's happening
Absolutely.
there.
I mean, that tracks for this
100% spot on.
Yeah, but I'm with him. Like, I think he made some very solid points in terms of that. Like, Spo is regarded as one of the better, out of timeout play.
And then he's like,
oh, you're still talking. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know. I thought you were finished.
We all
bro,
give up
'cause-
tonight. It's
yeah, fam. Listen, bro, this is
Fuck
a terrible
tonight.
night.
We are
Right,
all the
right.
Heat's perimeter defense tonight.
Right, Brian. Spo.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna defend Spo a little bit, at least from this perspective, right? The Grizzlies hit 41 threes tonight, and I think that part of that was scheme.
41 threes?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
What
They
the
hit
might as
17.
well.
I was looking at the wrong. I'm
And you
like,
would
wait.
defend that?
No, they hit 17 threes. Chill. 17. That would be amazing if they hit 41 threes.
And you were
They
about
hit-
to defend
They had
that.
41 threes. It's
They
okay.
They hit 17 threes tonight, right?
And I thought I was bad at math.
You know, and part of that is by design, right? Like this team, you know, obviously doesn't want you to get to the paint. They would rather you take threes. And I think that with the team like the Grizzlies, who is 22nd in the NBA in 3-point percentage, if they hit about their average from three, we're talking about a 9-point swing. And this game is 113-112, right? Assuming, you know, everything else is the same, which is obviously damn close. You know, so I think the logic makes sense schematically from that perspective. Now, obviously, when we talk about the switching and, you know, having Bam switch out into guards and Jonas Valanciunas, like, I think Spo probably knows that, you know, Valanciunas versus any of the Heat's guards is barbecue chicken every single time, right? So I think that for that, absolutely, he deserves criticism, but I'm not sure that, you know, we should be giving Spo shit for like for the fact that guys like Desmond Bane or Dylan Brooks or John Morant are just going to be able to blow by whoever is guarding them. Like Spo has literally no control over that. So I just want everybody to chill out on my guy a little bit, and you know, the like I said, the logic is sound.
Well,
to your
is
point.
the logic? All right, Royal, I'll let
Go
you
ahead.
go. I want to talk on Spo after.
No, by all means, start because I'm going to
Okay.
change the topic after
So
Alana.
I understand like play the percentages of them like missing their threes, whatever. They're not a great shooting team, but at the same time, you're not giving up like relatively contested looks on the top of the key or something like that. You're giving up wide open corner threes.
Yeah,
Wide
absolutely, and that's the
That is
problem. Like
why
you don't
that is
have
why they shot so high above their percentages.
right.
Because
Yeah,
the
I mean,
look were such high quality looks that these are NBA players. Like if they're wing players and they can shoot from a relatively decent clip, and then you're giving them wide open corner threes, odds are that three is probably going to be a higher percent. Like it's going to look like an anomaly, but realistically, this is kind of what teams do against us. They know that they can hunt the corner three, and then if it goes in, it's going to be really tough for the Heat to win.
Look, the main reason that's is he still going? I can't.
No.
Behind your mouth.
No, you're
Okay. No, but the main reason that's happening is because they couldn't stay in front of anyone tonight. So guys were getting into the paint, and then they were like, credit to them, they were making the right passes. They were spraying the ball around the horn. And frankly, they're not a very good offensive team. I think they're like bottom third in the league in offense. So like they had a standout game. I thought the Heat's defensive game plan was fine. It's just in theory, you should be able to stay in front of a lot of the guys on this team, save for maybe John Morant, but everybody was getting into the paint. And what happens when that happens, the defense converges. If you make the right pass, somebody's going to be open every single time, and you can't keep up with the ball. You're not faster than the ball moving around the court. So it's just, listen, they made the right passes. They hit their shots. I don't think that the defensive game plan was the wrong one though.
No, because I think to you guys' point, I think we did a relatively good job on John Morant, who probably the defensive plan was game plan to stop. Like, so we did a good job on him. Alana, read the dono and then close us out on the Spo conversation.
Mr. McDaniel, we never have our offense and defense going on the same night. Been a while since both were great on the same night. Yeah, I feel like that's true. And like I said, I feel like the only consistency this season has been the inconsistency. My problem with Spo, well, it's twofold. First of all, his lineup choices and rotation choices just are very confusing to me sometimes. Like, I don't understand why people are being benched. I don't understand when, like, if your defense isn't working, swap some guys out. It doesn't have to be a permanent solution. And like, maybe it's not going to work, but at a certain point, like, you have nothing to lose anymore. Like, by the time you were halfway through the third quarter, like, some subs should have been happening and it didn't. And then my other criticism with him is, to your point, yeah, we stopped John. That was probably the main purpose of like what our defense was trying to do tonight, him and JV, which didn't work very well. But I feel like you need to pivot then. You're already stopping him, right? So then pivot to the next problem. I feel like we're just so locked into whatever was come up at the beginning of the game or at halftime or whatever that we just don't adjust properly. He's an elite coach. I love him. I do think he deserves a little bit of responsibility though.
No,
For what it's worth, I would have liked to see Gabe Vincent trot it out least for a few minutes over
Hey, for
whether
culture
Duncan or
minutes,
Tyler.
every night.
I'm not
And
just
I
like
don't know
at
why
least.
Young's not playing.
I just think he has a better chance of containing the guards than
He
some of our
does.
other players. But you know,
Yeah, Alana, to the non point, I think there's more to this injury than we
Yeah.
know. No sources here. Like, this is not the show for that, but like, I think there's more to that injury than what's being led on by the organization, and so that's the reason why he can't. Because obviously, like with Goran playing the way that he was playing tonight, then it seemed like a prime opportunity to get Kendrick Nunn some minutes. So let's talk about Vic. We haven't got a chance to get to him tonight. Probably the best offensive game that he's had since being in uniform, but impact wise, I don't feel like this is one of his better performances. Simba, how did you feel about the way Vic played tonight?
It was all right, but even his defense wasn't even that great tonight either. Like, he was letting people go by him. Like, it was bad. I don't know. He didn't have a good game today. This is kind of one of those moments that this is what we brought you here for, you know, you got to be the defensive guy in the point of attack, and he wasn't here for that. I don't know what we brought him here for. If he's here to sing, you know, I'm waiting for that concert. But other than that, like, it doesn't look like he was here to play defense, man. I'm being honest.
True though. Anybody else got something to say on Vic before I throw it to another person?
I mean, I just think we need to give him a little time. Like, I know I'm always this person that is just like, be patient, but like at the end of the day, we do need to be patient. So yeah, and I'm just gonna keep saying that because like he just got here, and this
you
is
can't keep saying it, Alana. We don't have that time. We don't have that kind of time.
She's right,
but
though.
you
She's
can't
not
you
wrong.
can't snap your fingers and have him just automatically have chemistry with the guys and like know, you know, the system on both ends of the floor. It's not realistic. So
that's fair. That's fair. And then he did get his first practice before this game. Like, he hadn't even practiced with the team in the two games that he played before. What were you about to say, Ariel?
I was going to say he's going from a situation where he had to be the primary or secondary offensive option on a terrible team that ran a completely different offense, if you can even call what they run in Houston an offense, compared to what the Heat do, right? So here he's a tertiary creator. He's perhaps the third, sometimes fourth option on offense, and he has to find spots within the flow of things, you know, where he can attack. And it's just entirely different from Houston, where in Houston, he's running pick and roll and doing all kinds of stuff with the ball in his hands. In Miami, it's substantially less. He's also learning a brand new playbook. Spo's offenses are frequently, you know, known to be somewhat complex as compared to the other teams in the league. He's a bit of a mad scientist and runs all kinds of different looks out there. So I don't think that Vic should be expected to come in and be a 20-point per game guy the same way that he was in Houston. It's just a matter of the defense has to be there. That's the issue with tonight, is the defense wasn't there. And if he's not bringing that, then, you know, he's kind of like, what is the purpose of having you out there? So
he's just
the defense needs to be there. I'm not worried about the offense. I think it'll come. He's had some good looks while he's been here. Just missing he's just missing. So I think that was corrects itself.
But I think that was my problem, though. I think even though he scored tonight more than he usually does, the same impact that I felt over the first two games wasn't there tonight. And you might have made the point that it was because the defense wasn't on the same level that it had been. So are we granting that same level of grace to Bjelica, Gad?
Ooh, so, I wanted to touch on one thing with Vic before we get to Bjelica.
Now, when I asked about Vic, you didn't say
you
ask everybody, Gad. You just come in here, bro. Listen, Gad is coming here to start anarchy. He's just changing the show whenever he feel like it, not answering questions that I'm asking him and talking about what he want to talk about. What do you want to say about Vic?
Talking about?
No, Gad gonna talk about he gonna talk about game visiting fucking culture minutes. What do you want to talk about?
He was frozen when you asked about Vic.
Yeah, I was frozen. Come on, I'm still even if you guys can't see me, honestly, I don't give a shit. So I'm gonna be talking for the next 3 minutes on the screen.
Can't wait. Let's go.
What I want to see more from Vic is I don't want to see him be the primary ball handler. I thought in the first quarter when they let him play off ball alongside Bam or Jimmy, it looked fantastic. And then once we kind of got to like the late second quarter, early third quarter, the ball was in Vic's hands and the game started to slow down a little bit, but not in a good way. It looked like the ball was sticking, too much dribbling, not too much ball movement, whatever. So I just want to see Spo use Vic more as like an off-ball cutting, slashing guy who takes advantage of a late rotation as opposed to someone who's trying to create offense for everybody else, which he's capable of, but it's really not going to be the most efficient offense. That's what I want to see with him. And from Bjelica,
No. You don't get the answer about Bjelica.
You asked me, so I just want to
I'm going to ask Brian now. I'm asking Brian now. You made a great point about Vic, and now I don't want to hear you talk about Bjelica anymore. Brian, what were your thoughts on Bjelica? Is he being granted the same grace as Victor Oladipo?
From an a fairness perspective, yes, but I don't have high hopes for Bjelica in general. So it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. Bjelica is going to be fine regardless, however much time he has. He's never going to look like an all-star or whatever. You know, he's Nemanja fucking Bjelica, you know, whether he was here at the beginning of the season or he came yesterday. So I guess, yeah, I mean, obviously he's also still trying to find his way in the offense and the defense. And I'm sure that physically, you know, he's still trying to work his way into Heat shape, and that's probably taking a bit of a toll on him. But you know, he's only going to be a 15-minute guy anyway, so I'm not even super concerned with whatever minutes he plays.
I'm not even.
Someone just brought up 13 Okaro in the comments, and I've never been happier. Do you guys remember the joy he brought us?
Oh, Okaro,
yes,
no, that shit
bring him
pissed me
back.
off.
I'm all for this. Whoever said that, I love
No,
you.
15 and Okaro.
I'm
If
not
we
gonna
made
lie.
the playoffs, we wouldn't have Bam. So podcast season.
I
Fair
mean,
enough. So I like your name. The dude Jay Roy has called you Lad Gad. I like that. And so that's gonna be your name.
I
That's
deserve
gonna
it.
be yeah. So Gad, I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna let you talk about Bjelica since you sound like you had something to say. Wait, never mind. Alana, I want you to talk about Bjelica.
That's better. That's more like it.
yeah, listen, I think Brian already brought this up. Belly needs to get in shape. Like, there's no working around that. He's not in world-class Pat Riley shape. I feel like when that happens, maybe he'll be able to run up and down the court a little easier, but I'm not expecting that much. He is not KO, okay? I don't care what anyone is saying.
Alana, to your point, what does like world class shape Bjelica look like? Because honestly, I'm picturing Captain America right now.
This is world.
That's the limit. I mean, Pat's not gonna let him, for anything
He's
less.
32 years old. He has not been in shape once.
32?
You don't give a fuck.
Okay,
No
what
way.
are you trying to say, Dad?
That man got a fake birth certificate
Will you
from
just
Russia or whatever the hell he's
Dad,
from.
and you can't be in shape anymore? Because that's what I'm hearing.
Wait,
got a fake-
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is
Zion
legitimately
Williamson
crap.
Oh yeah, your Wi-Fi just let me tell you can be in shape after 25.
Bjelica is no younger than
Make me post
45.
some workout thirst
I said
traps
32.
in here, okay? Because I'll do it.
I want him to be Kelly Olynyk so bad for my own personal.
We all do.
That boy said that he got a fake birth certificate, bro. You know who else got a fake birth certificate? Precious Achua. Nowhere in hell that man 21 years old.
He's fully developed. Dude.
Not all get
Most
fully
mature
behind.
21-year-old I've ever seen.
When he doesn't get better for the next 5 years, it's because he's actually 40 and he's
So
Man, peaked in middle school.
Simba, bro, talk to me about Bjelica's shape, fam. Like, how long is it gonna take before my boy get in world class shape?
I
don't
also
know.
I want to point out, I'm not like fat shaming him. Like, I just want this to be clear before like something goes left.
No.
He's just not in my
Feel free to pin that on me. I will fat shame him. Like he is.
I want no part of it.
That body is terrible.
Bjelica is on the Zion Williamson diet right now. All right, it's like, fuck it. I'm going for thickness. All right, and
Listen, when Wade came to Chicago, he was eating freaking waffles with whipped cream and strawberries like every day. Pat told him to cut it out the second he got back, so he'll get him in shape.
yeah, but Bjelica's gonna be like, I don't understand. I don't
as he drinks a beer and fucking has his
I don't know
taco.
what you mean.
And have a bucket of curly fries in his lap. Why you talking
Whole
about
ass bucket.
So what I think I got Christian
No
Curtis
ketchup.
for the 199. Don't know. He said his Clutch Corner canceled now that Clutch calls one. No, Clutch Corner will be taking over for the post game show on Thursday. So the Skyforce won't be here on Thursday. They're gonna get the night off. The Clutch Corner will be here. We'll do the Lakers game. Hopefully that's a much better game. Hey y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of this game. It made me mad.
Are you quitting on us?
No, I'm not quitting, bro. I'm still here for you guys. They said Royal bigger than Bjelica. You a fucking lie. No, I'm not, bro. Bro, have you seen Bjelica, bro? That jersey barely fit his ass out there, bro. What are you talking about? That bitch squeezing his shoulders and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on with Bjelica. All right, yeah, you're the host now, bro. What are we talking about?
I mean, I could talk about Bjelica's shape, his diet. Like, what does he eat for breakfast?
Oh.
Milkshake?
Everything.
Cheese whiz,
Everything.
right out
He's
of
the kind of guy that you see at the gym. He's the kind of guy you see at the gym while eating on an elliptical. Like that's the
I feel
kind of
like
guy
he
Bjelica
probably
is.
samples
like a
every
thing of
fast
tequila?
food place in Miami.
Y'all
Bro,
are awful.
And he's
tell
not
him
he's
about
not a
Miami
runner.
Grill.
He's
Do
the guy
not
that
tell him
walks
about
on the
Miami Grill.
elliptical the whole
Oh,
time.
I
and
was
he's
about to
just like,
say, damn, Gad, you beat me to it. I was about to say, you know what to eat for breakfast? Miami Grill, another sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports post game show, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Oh my
He
God.
eats the Miami Grill. He usually eats their cheesesteaks or their gyros. If he's craving it, they're making it.
Man, you would think he would have played better tonight to get some Papa John's, but
Hey, yo, that 50% off. Somebody called them Nemanja Bad Pizza earlier. And that shit was fucking great. Yes, exactly. That's the
what kind of wings does Bjelica eat? Naked, breaded?
Naked bread. He eats naked, breaded, and boneless. They call it the belly special. When he comes in there, he orders 75 wings, extra crispy,
I do not
leave any of the bones behind.
with blue cheese and ranch.
he mixes the blue cheese and ranch and he just drinks it like a savage.
They said, get the fuck out of here. Now y'all miss Kelly. Yeah. Actually,
I
Ariel,
miss Kelly. I had nothing to talk about anymore, man. I miss Kelly. My whole shtick went out the window. Now I just need Bjelica to be terrible for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back to being funny again.
Well, he started game number 1 today for you, so you can go ahead and you can use that as a catalyst for the rest of the season. I think this show is about to go off the rails because the longer I'm sitting here, the drunker that I'm getting.
I'm sorry, about to go. When were we ever on the right path?
Hey, for the kind of performance that he had, this was a good post game show. Like,
The show's always better when they lose. So I mean, y'all better never miss a post game show, especially not after they lose.
You know what? For so many people, I don't care about talking about this game anymore. So we're just going to sit on here and have the conversations that we have when we go off camera anyway. For all the shit that people talk about with the fake fans that we have, we get way more views when the Heat win than when they lose. So y'all ask the fake fans, y'all out there with your zeros and ones. I don't consider y'all real people in these comments, bro. I'm just saying, y'all are zeros and ones. We kind of paid the bills. Before we pay the bills, let's talk about the next game. If y'all can't tell, this Biscayne Bay Brewing, the 5 Reasons Sports sponsor. I think I'm drinking the Tropical Bay IPA, even though they don't have it here in Tallahassee. I'm lying. So the next game is against the Los Angeles Lakers. I speak in streams of consciousness the drunker I get. Thank you, Christian Carter, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, Alana, did D-Wade out you onto the Heat and Heat culture when he went to Chi-Town like he did with Jimmy, or were you always a Heat fan? Alana, that's questions for you.
Quick little story. I was always a Heat fan. I actually followed Wade since Marquette. I don't know why. Wade and Melo were the only 2 college players that I gave a shit about. So I've just been following him ever since. But it was nice to stalk him in Chicago. I knew exactly where he lived in the park that he walked his dogs at. Never met him. I was always like 30 minutes off. Like I would be at the park and then I would see that he snapped earlier that day. I missed him, but it was nice to breathe the same air as Dwayne Wade.
I miss him.
Yeah, right.
Alana, have you ever watched Dateline before?
Alana was in the fucking bushes while Wade was walking his dog. Like, bro.
I'm just saying I happen to know where he lives, so I went to that park a little more often than usual. Can't blame me.
I see you, Wade.
Restraining order gets mailed to me tomorrow.
Oh my god, it's D-Wade. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Yes.
Somebody said the belly order at Miami Grill feeds a family of 6. Absolutely. So let's talk about the next game when we playing the damn Los Angeles Lakers. We're gonna start with Gad. Gad, the answer better be no. The boy feeling good about the game against the Lakers?
Yes, the boy's feeling good. And you know why? Because Montrezl Harrell got into
Alejandro, take Gad out. The Heat played terrible. Thank you. Okay, you can bring him back now. It's all punishment. Go ahead. Tell me about Montrezl Harrell.
He got into a fight with I don't know, somebody on the Raptors.
OG.
Guy.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder dropped Dennis Schroeder got dropped by OG Anunoby. So they're missing a ton of people. The Heat need to win. We play hard against the Lakers. That's it. My Wi-Fi is fucking terrible.
Oh god, the order. Christian Carter, thank you for the $1.99. Don't know. He said Alana and D-Wade finna be on the next Forensic Files episode.
What did I do? I always do this. It's just like I bring up shit that'll follow me around for the rest of my life.
Like you
Like
didn't
I
hear
was following Wade.
Like I used to know exactly where he used to walk his dog, and now I miss him. I miss him so much.
I used to see him right there. Like that's what you sounded like. So Ariel, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, I guess the boy's feeling good. I think I think the Heat will bounce back for this. This was a good kick in the teeth for them, and I think it'll set them on the right path. It might help that they play a poor team given all the guys they've got out, but we've seen the recent history with this Heat squad and playing bad teams, so it could really go either way. CGEW season, but I'm going to go with a Heat win.
Poor belly. Listen, first of all, Nemanja Bjelica doesn't have the belly of a poor man. He looks full every time he gets on the court. So don't you dare talk about no damn poor belly. He's not poor. He makes millions of dollars. Okay, and he should be in better shape.
Miami. We don't even.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm a big fan of Nemanja Bjelica and his stomach. I believe they both are going to go for 51 games.
I love fat basketball players. There's nothing like I admire it.
There's nothing better than Robert Tractor Trailer on the court.
Oh yeah,
Simba. I feel so you know, people don't know that you're the originator of this. It came from a video that I did, but you're the one who made me bring it to the streams. So I want to thank you, Simba, because this has become kind of like a cult phenomenon for the post up. I have to ask about the next game like this because everybody asks it. Christian Carter, thank you for the 199. Don't know. Can't wait to listen to Alana Bundy.
You know what? I'll do what I have to do for the donation. So I'll get to recording tonight.
How to Make a Murderer, the Alana Tahara story. So Simba,
I didn't read your life, Royal. I was just a stalker. Let's not go too far.
I'm sorry. A lot of people usually say I sent for you, and I'm usually like very kind to you on these streams. It's the alcohol. It's the Biscayne Bay Brewing. Blame it on that. Blame it on the we're going to get trademarked for that. Like they even took down videos before because of shit we played. Simba, the boy feeling good?
The boy is feeling good.
Oh, man.
I'm about to use one of Royal's words right here. We about to blow that shit out, okay? Like,
tell you.
Okay. All right. Usually when we get blown out like this, we usually fuck up the boys right after this, all right? We look like shitty little girls right now. We're about to play some men basketball. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. I probably
that is extremely
I know
sexist.
You didn't just say that.
I'm telling you.
Oh, this post game
this
stream after this is going to be fire again.
Cancel.
I didn't need it like
that.
Cancel. The boy Simba getting canceled today. So Brian, the boy feeling good?
The boy feeling good. Listen, the Lakers don't have LeBron James. They don't have Anthony Davis. Who else is on the team? Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell. You got Kyle Kuzma.
You
say Andre Drummond with 9 toes.
Yeah, listen. Kyle Kuzma took 13 shots tonight. He's probably going to take 20 on Thursday, and that's a win every single time. It's going to be easy fucking game.
Every single time.
Kyle Kuzma is terrible.
Look at the comments, Simba. They canceling your ass as we speak.
Terrible when you play against Herro. I'll tell you that.
How is it? It's one person.
Hey, my dude sup counts for 4 people. So every time he types it is 4 people.
And now his ass is blocked.
I'm telling you, because he's spamming. Alana, this is the first time I've gotten to say this because you are the only woman that we have come on here. So the girl feeling good?
The girl feeling good. We got the next one. Jimmy's not going to let us lose. Come on.
He's not going to lose to Dennis Schroeder.
So yeah, the boy feeling good. I don't think we're going to blow that shit out this time though. Like damn. I don't. The reason that I believe that we're going to win this game is because the Heat are a 500 team. They've proven that to me more often than not. They lose a game, they win a game. They lose a game, they win a game. I said that they were going to win 6 in a row. Now that that's over, I'm all doom and gloom all over again. So deal with it, bitches. So everybody, let me put my mic down. Time to pay the bills. I've been holding my mic the whole time.
Oh, we've noticed.
Oh, that alcohol is going ham right now.
Are you feeling good?
The boy feeling great. So let's pay some of these bills. Brian, we already paid them, but I want you to pay Miami Grill tonight, brother.
All right, Miami Grill. Let me get that. That food looks delicious. I got something to read.
That better be blue cheese, not ranch.
Do I not have anything to read?
Hey man, you should know this by heart. We've been paying this deal for a long time.
Miami Grill is delicious. Y'all should get it. They got if you're craving it, they're making it. They got gyros, they got chicken, they got everything that you could possibly imagine down at Miami Grill. That food looks amazing. You know, it's still COVID season. I'm sure that they deliver. If you're feeling good, then you should get some of their great cuisine.
There we go. I like that. Make sure when you go to Miami Grill, you order the belly special. Get the 75 wing platter, extra blue cheese. He said Euro, so I'm disregarding most of what he said tonight. Mr. Howard, you get to pay Vertigear.
Vertigear has this beautiful chair. That is not the one I have, but they're all great. I have the PL 1000. I highly suggest it if you're a gamer, if you're a streamer, if you just need an office chair. They are adjustable, comfortable, aesthetically pleasing. There's nothing more that you can want. So you can use the affiliate link in the description below. Hopefully it's there, and go get yourself a chair.
So the boy Gad is definitely in the comments right now.
I just want to. Can I just say one thing about Vertigear real quick?
No, by all means,
absolutely.
So I don't know what a Vertigear chair feels like, but it looks like it's insanely comfortable. I've heard nothing but phenomenal things from all the people in the network. Y'all got to understand something, though. Gadiel Cartagena and myself are living in poverty while we do these streams. Gad is sitting on his router, and it is not working. I'm sitting on a wooden stool. I have back problems and butt pain. So, y'all, if you guys care about us at all, I want you to get in there, have a look at the chairs. If you want to buy one, we super appreciate it. It helps the network, and it perhaps gets Gadiel Cartagena and myself chairs so we can sit in comfort while we bring you
Look
guys
how cool that
content.
looks. Imagine Ariel sitting in that on stream.
I would be so much happier.
Yeah, man, listen, he would be great. He'd be a little
Brian
bit
as well. I should mention Brian. I hate that we forget that. Brian, you don't have one either, and you need one.
I do need a Vertigear chair.
Yes, you do. It goes perfectly with your Blues Clues shirt.
Where's your striped sweater tonight?
I thought we were gonna get through this without a Blues Clues match.
We almost got there.
You gotta find the same shit. Yeah, bro. Okay, so simple. You get to pay the primary sponsor of the post up, which is Biscayne Bay Brewing tonight. I should pay them since I'm the drunkest person on here. Never mind. Let me do it. So Biscayne Bay Brewing, guys. It is the local beer brewing. I don't know all the words, but Alejandro's with us tonight. Let's shout out Alejandro. Alejandro, thank you for producing tonight. He stepped in for our guy Manny, so we really appreciate Alejandro jumping in. Appreciate you, Brody. I don't know if you have the Biscayne Bay Brewing thing, the website up, but put that up. Well, either way, Biscayne Bay Brewing, great beer. Gets you really drunk. Being drunk is cool. Don't drive when you drink. They have the Miami Pale Ale, the Marlins Lager, the Pastime Pilsner, and the Tropical Bay IPA. I did that off the top of my head. I'm amazing. But yeah, you guys make sure you go out, ask for it at your local restaurants. It is the official beer of the Five Regions Sports Network. They have a stand at the Marlins games. They have a stand at the Heat games. Hey! So they're independent brewery in the heart of Miami. That's the tagline that I was looking for right there. But you guys make sure that when you get a chance, you go pick up some Biscayne Bay Brew. It is delicious. So let's talk about some of the shows that we have coming up. We already talked about it a little bit, but Alana, tell them what they can expect from the Clutch Corner or the Corner 4 on Thursday.
Clutch Corner is taking over the post game Thursday after the Lakers game. So just tune in for some chaos as usual. Maybe we'll be a little more sober. I probably won't be. We'll trade on that one. We'll see, but tune in.
We won't trade. If they play a game like they played tonight, you can bet your sweet candy ass the boys.
Then I'll join you if we don't.
Thank you. The boys going to get a nice tall glass of that Pastime Pilsner and might pass out on the stream on y'all ass. So, Ariel, we don't have Jonathan Ramakan tonight or Gadiel Cartagena. So, again, you get the back-to-back. You get to do the shoot-around and walkouts and knockouts, my guy. Go ahead.
Let's do it. We had a couple of days off, so I'm ready to go. So on Saturday, we've got myself and Jonathan Ramlakan have walkouts and knockouts. It'll be at 4 p.m. on 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We've got UFC fight night. Kevin Holland stepping in to fight Marvin Vettori. Kevin Holland is one of the most fun fighters to watch. If you're not familiar with mixed martial arts, or if you are, you're probably a fan of him. If you're not, though, tune in. You will have a blast. The dude gets in there. He talks shit. He waves his hands in front of people and talks to them in the ring without as many fans in the stadium. You can literally hear him talking shit to his opponent while they fight. So it is a ton of fun. You definitely want to catch that. Again, 4 p.m. Saturday, 5 Reasons YouTube, myself and Jonathan Ramlakan. And then let Brian talk. And then the shoot around is a short 140-second or less video that Gadiel Cartagena and myself like to upload to the Twitter timeline every game day morning. We'll preview the game. We'll talk about recent storylines and whatever else is important regarding the Miami Heat. So check either my Twitter timeline or Gad's timeline, and you'll see that in the morning every game day.
Gad actually had another tweet that did kind of dumb today. He went kind of dummy today. I forgot what the tweet was, but it was nice. Yeah, he did. Excuse me.
My guy.
Thank you, Christian Curtis, for the 199. Don't know. He said you spelled Alana's name wrong. Alana's show name should be Alana's Arena. You spelled it wrong twice in the same comment. But thank you for the
L's, but it's okay.
Yeah. Brian, tell some people about where they can find your horror stories, bro.
You can find them on Reddit. You can find them on creepypastas.com. I have the 3 top rated horror stories of all time on there. So that means that they're pretty decent. You can find them on YouTube. I'm working on a series. I investigate disturbing cases. They've been narrated by a few people. If you just Google the name, you're gonna find a ton. So keep up with that. I'm working on the 4th part now.
Is it about me in the bushes?
I mean, I could write a story about you in the bushes. It'd be pretty easy. Except I don't want to do D Wade like that. I'm not trying to kill my guy. So
D Wade like that, not me.
The mysterious case of the missing TNT analyst.
Yeah. But yeah, check out the story. It's pretty good, like I said. Or just search up my name, Brian A. Young or Brian Y97, and you'll have a bunch of horror stories that you can read and or listen to.
Michael said, he said, Roy, you going to be a guest? What the hell is Michael? Oh, I know what Michael's talking about. So tomorrow, you can catch me on Kai's Corner. I think I'm going to be on there at 10:30. I'm on there every Wednesday. We call it Royal Wednesdays. I'll get on there every week with Kai. And I'm also going to be on the Extra Yard to talk some Dolphins football with those guys. So you can join me, Michael Christian, Juan Cardona, and my guy Kai Chin Chisholm. We'll be on there. Simba, I don't know if you want to plug anything, but go ahead. You do that before we close this out.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys my Cash App so that if anybody ever wants to send any money, I'm just kidding, man.
Our Venmos exist, guys.
Man, tell you, Manscaped.
Oh yeah, Manscaped. All right, man. It's time that everybody here shaves their balls. All right, like I'm just gonna be
everybody here.
Everybody shave your balls. Alana, shave somebody's balls. It's a wonderful feeling. You know, like it's great. That person will thank you. Okay.
Probably.
It's not only for balls though. You can use it on your body. You can use it on your booty. It's for all sorts of places. It's got a little light on it, so you can get those nooks and crannies. You know that it might be hard to get in other days. Sometimes. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you want to use Manscaped. All right, use the code 5RSN. They'll give you 20% off. So basically, they're giving you 20% off to shave your body. All right, guys, it's like the best time to use it. They got ball deodorant. So if you go on a run and you're stalking Dwayne Wade in the park, you don't want those balls to smell like shit, right? Like you want it to be nice and fresh while you're watching D Wade out there. Okay, you know those bushes get hot, right, Alana? Like it gets hot.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, come on, you just admitted earlier. I'm sorry.
No. Let's kill it.
Yeah, it's over with. So, what did somebody say? Somebody said something in the comments. Oh, somebody called Ricky a testicle checker, and I believe that is the perfect way to end the show tonight. I feel like it encapsulates everything that we talked about tonight here. So, Ricky, you are a testicle checker, according to Young Shad Beats. So, thank you guys for joining us in the comments, making the show much more fun. I have no idea why y'all stayed to watch this, but either way, I had fun. I had a good time. So I want to thanks to my guys, Ariel Latiz, thanks to my guy Simba, thanks to my guy Brian Young, thank you to the First Lady of 5 Reasons Sports, Alana Tahara, for joining us tonight. As always, is it a pleasure? And we'll see you guys me and Alana will see you on Thursday along with Michael Christian and Clutch Adam Barai. My guy Christian Carter's at the buzzer with the 199 donos. He said, how you shave your peach? Asking for a friend with the light on the Manscaped thing. You can see everything when you turn that thing on, bro. It's an LED light, bro. Easy.
Y'all have to deal with a lot. I just get waxed and call it a day.
Oh man, I don't know if I'd ever trust somebody waxing.
Bro.
No, you get used to it real quick.
Oh,
I
don't know.
You're not gonna slide no jelly between my tail and then try to rip it off with tape. This show is going off the rails. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Play the video, Alejandro.
Nemanjia Bjelica.